You know that person who asks if you're mad at them 17 times a day? The one who needs constant reassurance that you still like them, still want them around, still think they're good enough. And no matter how many times you say yes, it's never quite enough to make them believe it. You know someone exactly like this. Maybe it's your partner, your friend, that coworker who apologizes for everything. Or maybe it's you. Welcome. You're about to understand why being highly insecure doesn't just hurt the person feeling it. It exhausts everyone around them. Here's what happens when someone is deeply insecure. They don't just doubt themselves, they doubt you, your intentions, your patience, your honesty. Every silence becomes evidence you're pulling away. Every short text means you're upset. Every time you don't laugh at their joke, it confirms what they already believed. That they're not enough. And now you're not just in a relationship with them. You're in a relationship with their anxiety about the relationship. So you start performing reassurance, texting back faster, smiling wider, saying I love you more often just to keep their anxiety from spiraling. Not because you want to, but because their insecurity made it feel necessary. And here's the thing. They know they're doing it. They hate that they need this much validation. They're embarrassed by how often they ask if you're okay with them. But knowing doesn't stop it. Because insecurity isn't logical. It's a feeling that overrides facts. You can tell them 100 times that you care. But their brain will find the one moment you seem distant and decide that's the truth. Most people can take a compliment and believe it. Insecure people take a compliment and wait for the but. Most people can handle silence without panic. Insecure people fill silence with worst-case scenarios. Most people trust that if something's wrong, you'll say it. Insecure people assume something's always wrong and you're just too polite to tell them. And now every interaction becomes a test. They're convinced they're failing. Here's the part that breaks it. At some point, you realize you're not reassuring a person anymore. You're managing their fear, and no amount of reassurance actually fixes it. Because the problem isn't that you're not giving enough. The problem is that they can't receive it, so you stay exhausted. They stay anxious. And the cycle continues. You giving reassurance that doesn't land, them needing proof you can't provide. Nobody's lying. Everyone's just trapped. Some people are insecure because something broke their trust early. A parent who was inconsistent. A relationship that ended badly. A pattern of being left. Others are insecure because their brain just wired that way. No trauma. No reason. Just a baseline belief that they're not worth staying for. And here's what nobody says out loud. You're not responsible for fixing that. Even if you love them. Even if you want to help. Even if their insecurity isn't their fault. Because loving someone doesn't mean becoming their emotional support system on call 24/7. And if being with someone requires constant proof that you're not leaving, that's not a relationship. That's a full-time job you didn't apply for. Highly insecure people don't mean to drain you. They're just trying to survive their own mind. And their mind is telling them that everyone leaves eventually. So they're bracing for it. Checking for signs. Asking for reassurance because maybe this time it'll finally stick. But it won't. Not until they learn to trust themselves. And you can't do that for them. So tell me, do you know someone whose insecurity makes every conversation feel like you're calming them down? Or are you starting to realize that no amount of reassurance from others will ever be enough until you believe you're worth keeping? Because either way, you're asking someone to carry a weight that was never theirs to hold.